12 houseplants anyone can grow. The sap from aloe vera plants is used as a skin moisturizer and to heal minor cuts and ease sunburn. While it is a very useful plant, it's also attractive. As a succulent, it needs little water, but it does prefer bright but indirect sunlight, especially in cooler temperatures. An aloe plant will grow for years in the same container. If you do decide to use the leaves, don't remove more than a third of the plant at one time. USDA zones 8 to 11. The cast iron plant earned its name by surviving under the worst of conditions, even outdoors in the deep shade. It prefers low light. The leaves are sword-like, pointed, and about 4 inches wide and 2 feet long. The cast iron plant grows in a clump and will occasionally flower indoors. A variegated version is available with white stripes and Milky Way is studded with white dots. USDA zones 7 to 9. The Maranta species contains plants with some of the most colorful leaves you could ask for. Although not picky about growing conditions, you will have the best luck if you can give it a sunny spot with consistently warm temperatures. Prayer plants can also attract indoor pests, so keep a close watch on yours and catch any problems before they have a chance to explode. Periodically washing the leaves will help keep them hydrated as well as washing off pests. USDA zones 11+. Spider plants just keep on giving. You rarely see a spider plant that doesn't have babies attached. Often grown in hanging baskets, spider plants will get 2 to 2.5 feet wide and 2 to 3 feet long. Their roots tend to fill a pot, so repotting may be necessary every couple of years. When dangling babies start to form roots, they can be cut off and planted on their own. USDA zones 9 to 11. The Chinese evergreen plant is extremely forgiving and can adapt to most room conditions, although it does not like drafts or prolonged temperatures below 60 F. It prefers low or indirect sunlight. Allow the soil to remain dry for a few days, before rewatering. Most varieties have some type of variegated leaf, making them all the more attractive. USDA zones 6 to 9. The Christmas cactus is a trailing member of the cactus family that produces deep pink or red flowers in early winter. This is the type of plant that seems to do its best when ignored. It can handle low light, but you'll get more flowers in bright light. Pruning after blooming will keep the plant bushy and full. The variegated leaves of dumb cane can be extremely attractive, and it is not a particularly difficult plant to grow. It does like the temperature on the warm side, so avoid placing it near windows and drafts. Use caution when growing this plant around pets and children. It gets its name from the milky sap it exudes. The sap can be a skin irritant and, if ingested, it can cause a temporary inability to speak. USDA zones 11+. With its thick, glossy leaves, the jade plant is one of the most popular plants for indoors. To grow lush and healthy, jade needs plenty of sunlight, so pick your brightest room to place it in. The tricky part about growing jade plants is getting the water requirements right. Too much water will cause their roots to rot. Too little water will result in them dropping their leaves. Allow the soil to completely dry out before giving them more water, but don't let them sit thirsty for too long. USDA zones 10 to 11. Dracaena has long been the centerpiece of container plantings. Street plantings in towns across America feature one spiky Dracaena stuck in the center of red blooming geraniums, in a half whiskey barrel. But there is a good amount of variety in the genre of Dracaena, and most make excellent easy care houseplants. It's called mother-in-law's tongue because of its long, sharp, pointed leaves and because it lasts so long. These are long-lived, easy care houseplants. Mother-in-law's tongue is tolerant of low light. Water sparingly or it will rot. Only 1 or 2 waterings are necessary indoors during the winter, depending on the humidity. Variegated forms need more light and can be more difficult to grow. There is also a dwarf variety, Sansevieria trifasciata, honey, called bird's nest. USDA zones 10+. The flowers of the peace lily are its most striking feature. The white flowers are the long, thin white panicle that is surrounded by a white leaf-like structure called a spathe. The spathe starts bright white but fades to yellow or green as it ages. While the peace lily prefers warm, humid conditions, it can be made comfortable in your home, as long as you do not put in near drafts or in rooms that remain unheated for long periods. USDA Zones 11+. Pothos is one of the easiest houseplants to grow and almost impossible to kill. These are trailing plants that just keep on growing, 10 feet, or more. Pruning the plants will keep them fuller at the base, and each cutting can be rooted in water to create more plants. Pothos plants like to dry out between waterings, but if left dry too long, leaves will wilt and eventually dry and fall. They are very tolerant of all types of light conditions, even artificial office lights. You can let them trail down or secure them to support or trellis. There are many variegated and golden varieties available. USDA Zones 11+. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more interesting videos. And please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm.